Hey, welcome to this surprise hangout for Tuesday evening or Tuesday afternoon here in Montreal. It's 1951 UTC, and we are live for a little bit of tuning on the bands. So nothing official. This is really an unannounced hangout, just for the fun of it.
And the great thing is, there can be lots of ethical questions around stem cells, not in this case, really, because if it's not in their own body, it's another part of his own body. Correct. I mean, there is a need for an unwanted therapy development, but also a small number, but do come from transplantation derived from Claire, when you look at this, do you, even though it may not require to reintroduce the conditions of everyone with paralysis, do you think that there are a sense of optimism, a sense of hope around the right condition? I think it will vary person to person how people react to it. Very early on, it's only one man at the moment. There's a lot of work to be done, a lot of funding needs, and to keep this work going.
And this is the BBC 13660.
And the message is, do you feel a bit more optimistic, even though it may not apply to all conditions? Yes, absolutely. I do feel optimistic, even though I've just in the early stages, and it's just been one man. But yes,
we're gonna wait a few seconds before we really tune the bands. Wait for a few people to show up as spectators. It's a rainy day here in Montreal. Very windy, rainy, and about 6 degrees Celsius. So it's an ideal afternoon for radio. Really an ideal afternoon for that. So take out the radio schedules here and see what we can hear on the bands. All India radio, very good signal. Try our weak South Korean maritime station still there. Very interesting. If anyone wants to join or know when hangouts happen, because this one is a surprise hangout, it's not an official one. I've just decided right now to go live with my video feed for tuning the shortwave bands. If you want to have advance notice when there are hangouts, don't forget you can join me on Twitter at shortwave radios. So think of mini radios. There's an S. There's already someone with just shortwave radio, and I just added an S. So it's shortwave radios on Twitter, and I think that's probably one of the best ways to first of all have shortwave news As I tune the bands and hear unusual signals, I often post them on my Twitter feed. And of course, there's the fact that you have news of my shortwave hangouts live on the internet. They are available from the YouTube channel, my official SWL channel, which is a great channel. And it's always fun to have you guys join in the fun of the hangouts. So I see here we are starting to have a few spectators show up. If you guys have any questions or want to simply write to me, there's a questions and answer if you're on Google Plus available. You can write below the video on the YouTube channel. You can also send me email at officialshortwaveradio@gmail.com, and of course Twitter at shortwave radios. So many ways you can reach me and send me questions and all sorts of details about your shortwave listening hobby, questions of all sorts. It's always fun to have people watching. Let's tune 19-meter band, see what we can hear.
Coordinated universal
Great signal from WWV here.
At the tone, 18 hours, 59 minutes. Coordinated universal time.
So it won't be long, guys. I'm going to get myself a cup of coffee and start tuning the bands. Sorry if it's a slow start to the tuning. I'm waiting for a little bit of people to show up. But also, well, you guys can see the video online, of course. So I'm here in 2 minutes.
This is radio station WWB, Fort Collins, Colorado, broadcasting on internationally allocated standard carrier frequencies of 2.5, 5, 10, 15, and 20 megahertz, providing time of day, standard time interval, and other related information. Inquiries regarding these transmissions may be directed to the National Institute of Standards and Technology at WWB, 2000 East County Road 58, Fort Collins, Colorado, 80524. till 19 hours, 1 minute. Coordinated universal time.
So here we are, and we're going to tune the bands live.
At the tone, 19 hours, 2 minutes. Coordinated universal time.
WWV. For those that wonder, I'm in Montreal, Canada, and the time here is local time 3 p.m. So it's 3:02 p.m. Mid to late afternoon here. In Montreal, Canada, northeast part of North America.
At the tone, 19 hours, 40 minutes. Coordinated universal time.
Conditions have been pretty good. We've been having really a huge sunspot on the sun, and it's been basically, it really made solar flux very high. So higher frequencies have been quite good. The only thing that could happen is we might have really big solar flares, though.
Christophe Marjani, the CEO of multinational oil company Total, was killed at a Moscow airport when his private jet collided with a snowplow in dense fog as it was taking off Monday night.
This is DW Deutsche Welle, the German station that is transmitting from the Rwanda relay in Africa.
The allegations. The 63-year-old de Margerie was a regular fixture at international economic gatherings and one of the French business community's most outspoken and recognizable figures. 2 German hostages freed by Islamic militants after 6 months in captivity left the Philippines Tuesday under tight security. The 72-year-old man and 55-year-old woman were freed by Abu Sayyid militants on Friday after ransom of some 3 million euros was allegedly paid. Authorities did not confirm or deny that money changed hands. At Grossman, Deutsche Welle News. Dolce Vele.
Hello and a warm welcome to the show with Professor Talatos Canada. South African athlete Oscar Pistorius has been given 5 years of jail for killing his girlfriend. The sentence imposed is a man-made treatment imposed in terms of Section 276(1)(I) of the Criminal Procedure Act, number 51 of 1977. Also on the program, we hear how General Zimbabwean Justice Minister Mnangagwa in President Mugabe's succession battle.
He has got his eyes on the president. He wants to be the next president of the world.
Yes, under this strategy,
That's how Greece is as a politician. Greece has got no experience whatsoever in European affairs or in politics generally.
They will wait for those tourism ones coming up in the next 25 minutes.
Top story.
South Africa's world-renowned athlete hosted historic hospital sentence to 5 years in prison for killing his girlfriend Reba in camp. Handing down the sentence, Judge Tokozina Masipa said a no-jail sentence will not serve the interest of justice. However, as Tuzo Kumalo reports, the sentence has attracted anger from a lot of quarters. The sentence imposed is a regular imprisonment of 5 years imposed in terms of Section 276 1I of the Criminal Procedure Act, number 51 of 1977. That was Judge Masipa handing down the verdict in the name of South African Parliament expert athlete, also known as the Blade Runner, Oscar Pistorius. Prior to his arrival at the North Gauteng High Court in Pretoria for sentencing, they had been jostling and pushing as photographers sought for the best positions to get a clear picture of Pistorius as he entered the court to hear his fate. Dozens of onlookers also stood outside the court to hear the claims of the athlete. Inside the courtroom, Pistorius stood motionless and showed signs of fighting back tears as Judge Masipa read out a more detailed second sentence for the count of contravention of the Firearms Act. The sentence imposed 3 years imprisonment, only suspended for 5 years, on condition that within the period of suspension, the accused is not found guilty of a crime where there is negligence involving the use of a firearm. For justification of the sentence, Masipa said she took it.
There, don't indicate it for me. That's almost you.
This is WJHR, I believe, in Milton, Florida. Always an upper sideband on 15550.
Every time you meet. I don't know too many of the church members who would come on Sunday morning and still say a member of Florida Baptist Church if we say we're no longer attending church on Sunday night. We're going to close up. On Sunday night, they've done that all over the world and all over the nation. But I guarantee you, some of the possible and half-carol Christians that come on Sunday morning that we never see them again, or those that we see on Easter and on sometime on Christmas that we never see the rest of the year, all over the up in arms, and they're going to be ready to fight, but they don't have the armor of God. They have the armor of a prophet. We're not going to miss the liberty as right now to the ball. We left several years ago for Chattanooga to take our oldest daughter, Darnella, to Tennessee Temple School. We have booked 20.
Question du passage de la patrouille, avait sonné pour la cérémonie de
Radio Taiwan in French.
révision de loi annonçant davantage un week-end prolongé des
Usually come in quite well at this time.
porte-parole du cabinet ministériel, Sun Li-Chuan, a annoncé aujourd'hui la révision des règles régissant les jours fériés, qui n'amène d'assouplissement dans le sens où les Taïwanais vont pouvoir profiter d'un week-end rallongé.
This is a transmission that comes from France.
Pour voyager, ce qui viendrait stimuler la consommation nationale. Selon les nouvelles règles, un lundi précédant un lundi férié et un vendredi suivant un jeudi férié seront décrétés jours de congé, offrant ainsi 4 jours d'affilée vacants aux employés et aux étudiants. Cette révision profitera aux Taïwanais dès le prochain nouvel an qui tombe un jeudi, leur offrant 4 jours de congé à la suite à partir du 1er janvier. Notons cependant que les employés seront priés de rattraper ces journées exonérées de travail le samedi précédent, le week-end du pont. Il en ira de même pour les étudiants qui devront ainsi aller en classe le samedi 27 décembre, afin que le nombre de jours annuels de scolarisation
identifies how much time we had, how much time was given. And you keep ignoring the word God. No wonder they're tearing the Bible apart. Oh, the story of Noah was just a little fable. That's what they're actually saying. I've actually.
By the Lord to help, I don't know.
Avec les agriculteurs pour que les solutions soient celles dont ils ont besoin. Il faut investir davantage dans la recherche agricole, il faut investir davantage dans la vulgarisation, il faut promouvoir la capacité d'innover de façon plus générale à travers l'éducation, la science, etc. Donc, en passant surtout aux femmes qui sont souvent ceux qui sont laissés en arrière. Les organisations de producteurs, d'autres organisations dans les communautés rurales, jouent un rôle très important.
This is Voice of America, French from Sao Tome, transmitter site. Not many signals in the 16-meter band.
The microphone thing, if I would throw it to you, and actually it came with the Pro 3 came with the condenser mic, H736 I think. So I thought I'd try out this cell and wired it up for the radio and seemed to work okay. Yeah, right. I do have a microphone stand, an old Atlas one that I picked up for $5 at a house sale. But I don't use the damn thing. I just keep the thing here and put it in a little slide drawer underneath the desk, and lay it down. And I got so used to using it that way that I just never bother with the stand anymore. A dynamic, but I've got an MXL 990, so it'd probably be fun to drag out that setup and use the new Q preamp and give that a whirl, I guess. To me, I guess that I had.
Hey, welcome, Susan, from California. Just received an email from her. Nice to see that you are on the Hangout. And yeah, this is a Radio Canada International mug, 50th anniversary mug. I really miss Radio Canada International. That was our home. Voice to the world.
They star of bringing that long periodical back down off the tower to make some changes. Oh boy, what? Because that's if memory serves me right, that antenna takes up quite a bit of aerial real estate. Am I right? Yeah, I thought so. Well, you know, that hex beam looks like halfway maybe the way to go, and it looks like a lot of them get installed on something other than a tower. If I ever put a tower back up, it probably wouldn't be much more than 30 feet maybe anyway. So, you know, maybe just some sort of a tripod mount mounted up, bolted into the roof, and a few more feet of pipe, and that might be the trick. However, you know, I keep thinking about, you know, how it is spending money. You know, like I said, the Gap Challenger, I pretty sure. I ran through systems down there. W4G Friday, have a good afternoon. Oh, okay, George, WA4G, I wrote it down as 8. So, in any case, thank you for the report, and I just switched back and forth in there, 2 to 3 inch when it's stronger. On this antenna in the vertical, so it is providing some kind of coverage down there. Maybe that's a good thing, maybe it's bad, I don't know. Anyway, we'll catch you later and pick up the contact person. 73 George, WA4G, W0Y, good to talk with you. Yeah, that was straight up fine, brother. The answer, that was straight up fine, no preamp, doing good. November 8 Oscar Mike, how you doing?
Let's try the 15-meter amateur radio band.
Pick it up.
Much activity here. Let's try the 10-meter. See what's on 10 meters.
One pipe. Okay, there was a Kilo 1, the station Kilo 1, make your call. Bill, thank you very much for the nice 5 and 9 out of Boston now.
Yes, Mr. KC9, KUH. Welcome to the Hangout. Yeah, I've thought about it a few times, and actually, I'm really seriously thinking about it now. I'm probably going to contact. I have a friend of mine that is a ham radio operator, and I'm supposed to meet him in the next week or two, and so I'm going to talk to him about me getting my ham license. I actually have so much technical knowledge already that I'd probably, you know, pass the exam without even having to follow all the courses and stuff. So I'm gonna check that. I'd like to pretty much getting interested in getting my AM license, starting maybe to do a few contacts here, local contacts, and contacts, especially on HF. That's really the portion of amateur radio that I am interested in, is actually, you know, having contacts on the HF, the shortwave amateur radio bands. Much more than having contacts, local contacts on VHF, like 2 meters and stuff like that.
Neighbors to the north. Also, first Canadian contact coming back on the ham radio here. You're about a 5'7", or 5'8" signal, a little bit of interference there, but you're still punching through. Name here is Paul, Papa Alpha Uniform Lima, out of Minot, North Dakota. Pretty sure you've heard of the Minot area. We're running a 10 with PSA 30 sugar with the Cushcraft AR-10 up about 35, maybe 40 feet. Currently pushing about 65, 70 watts. Over.
Hey, Island of St. Helena. That's a great one. Island of St. Helena, 28490.
Yeah, thank you, Bob. Wonderful to see you again sometime. Man. Another person off now, 73. Good luck. Canada, November, 3. Good day for 3 days. Good afternoon. Good day for 3 days. Thank you for the 5 and 9, Glenn. Good afternoon. You're 5 and 7 again. 5 and 7, over. 5 again, many times. Feeding Alpha Shell, Foxtrot Tango. Kilowatt 5, Charlie, Bravo 2. Any whiskey, please. Any whiskey? Good Alpha 3, Mike. This is whiskey. Good afternoon. Thanks for the call. You're about 5 and 7. You just take it in item. 5 and 7, over. Thank you, Mike. It was 57 able Peter, Papa Echo Tango Echo Romeo on the island of St. Helena. Thank you for the call, Mike. The information on you find on QRFit.com. Have a good afternoon. Good luck, 7 please. November, Oscar. Kilowatt 5, Charlie Bravo 2. Kilowatt 5, please. Kilowatt 5, Charlie Bravo Sierra. Kilowatt 5, Charlie Bravo Sierra. Good afternoon. You're 5 and 5, 55, over. Hey, Peter, thank you for a new band. You're 5'7", into Mississippi. My name is Cecil. Thanks a lot. Okay, we see you, man, and thank you for 57. You're 55. Have a great afternoon. Anytime, 7, please. Have a great day. November, Oscar. Any Alpha, please. Any Alpha. And November Delta Echo Alpha. Thank you for the call. You're 55. 5 and 5. Over. USA 57 Ohio, many thanks, 73, Zulu, Delta 7, Foxtrot Tango. Zulu. Okay, Whiskey Echo 3, Whiskey Echo 3. Whiskey something 3, please. Whiskey Alpha 3.
Susan asking a question that's really interesting. We used to have a Radio St. Helena Day once a year in the past. I heard them many times in the 90s, and that was a broadcast that was created every year around the month of October, November, and they had what they call Radio St. Helena Day, and the local AM station there in St. Helena Island would actually be broadcast on shortwave via the maritime station on the island of St. Helena that was on 11092.5 kilohertz in upper sideband. And that was really, really fun to have that station. They stopped because the maritime station that broadcast doesn't broadcast anymore on HF. And everything, the antenna transmitters were dismantled, so they had no way of broadcasting. They came back on 1 year or two afterwards because of the help of amateur stations that went on the island and helped broadcast St. Helena Day. But unfortunately, I don't think Radio St. Helena Day will ever be back on shortwave, unfortunately. And it's sad. It's really, really cool. So really nice here to hear St. Helena. That's something you don't hear every day on the amateur band, a St. Helena station. For those that can't position it, really, it's St. Helena Island is in the South Atlantic, about, if I remember well, it's about like 1,000 miles off the coast of West Africa. So if you look on your map in South Atlantic Ocean, you'll see St. Helena right smack in the middle. And it's really interesting to hear an AM station from St. Helena.
53, Foxtrot X-ray, 5 and 7, 5 and 7, over. Yeah, maybe for the 578, okay, that's the number 73, Zulu, Delta 12, Foxtrot Tango, if you want it. United.
Frequency time on is 28490, upper sideband, 10-meter band. St. Helena Island station. Zulu Delta 7 Foxtrot Tango is the call letters of the St. Helena Island station.
Uniform, good afternoon, you're 5 and 858, all right? You is over 15 west of New York. Many thanks for person off now, okay. Come on, November Mike. Andy Mexico, please. Andy Mexico, November 0, Alpha November Mexico. November 0, Alpha November Mike. Thank you for the call. You're 5 and 7, 57, over. That's your cell. You're also 5-7 in Kansas. Thank you. You is over 57 many times. Zulu Delta 7. Foxtrot Tango, QR3. Come on, Delta Oscar, please. Andy Delta Oscar. Yeah, thank you. This is Kilowatt 9 Delta Oscar. Good evening, Peter. You're 5 and 858 in Florida, USL. Kilo 9 Delta Oscar. Yeah, about a 5 and 4. 54, over. QSL 5 and 4. Thank you so much. Good luck. Long-term activity, you have a person off the road. This is Zulu Delta 7. Foxtrot Tango. Andy Fox, please. Andy Foxtrot. Foxtrot Delta Fox. Okay, 57, over. QSL 58, have a great afternoon, 73, leaving Delta Cell, Foxtrot Tango, QR6. Whiskey 6 Alpha Echo Romeo. Any whiskey on Romeo. Okay, K1 Juliet Whiskey, thank you for the call and thank you for the 5 and 9. You're the same, 5 and 9, 5 and 9. I'm not on the call. K1 Juliet Whiskey, Roger. You find this is Jim, you're on 5 and 9. Have a great afternoon, Jim, and hope to catch you again sometime, really. I just thought this was you are there. With the 6 Alpha Echo Romeo X-ray station. 40 Kilo X-ray 3 Delta Mike, 5 and 9, 59, over. This is done, thank you for the 507. Name is 369, information on qrtech.com. Thank you, Don, 73.
That's about the same thing here. S5, S5, S6, S5. It's about S5 here too. So we're having about the same signal level. I'm using a 50 feet length of wire in the backyard. What are you using as an antenna, KC9? KUH?
Whiskey Bravo 1, Fox something Yankee, 5 and 6, 56, Whiskey Bravo 1, Fox Restaurant Yankee, over. QS on a Friday night, Tasha, check you came up 4 and 8. I'm going to get a mighty fine report now, 5 and 8. Many times, 7 3, over. Soon we will get to the contact and get there, Delta, Whiskey 6, Alpha Echo Romeo. Victor Echo 1, 3, Alpha Echo Romeo. Victor Echo 1, Charlie Juliet Bravo, 58, 5 and 8, over. QS on the 5 9 March, and application afternoon, 73, Zulu Delta Cell, Tango. Whiskey 6, Alpha Echo Romeo. 8 Delta, Whiskey 6, Alpha Echo Romeo. Whiskey Alpha 2, please, Whiskey Alpha 2. Okay, Whiskey Alpha 2, Juliet 3 Kilo, 5 and 7, 57, over. Thank you, Bob. New York, country 5 and 9, 73, Zulu Delta Cell, Foxtrot Tango. Whiskey 6, Alpha Echo Romeo. 8 Foxtrot, Whiskey 6, Alpha Echo Romeo. 8 Foxtrot, Zulu. Zulu Delta Cell, Foxtrot Tango, QR6. Alpha Charlie 2 November Mike. Thanks for the call. Good afternoon, 5 and 9.
I'd give it a shot, KC9.
QS on the 59 upstate New York, and you won't be able to 5 and 9 into St. Leonard. Many thanks, 73.
You should try it. You never know. Sometimes your signal can be good over there, and he's gonna pick it up. Who knows? Maybe he'll hear it. I'll hear you call him here also. So if you want to give him a shot, why not?
Good luck, man. Anytime to the officer, Foxtrot Tango. Whiskey Bravo 9 Delta something. Whiskey Bravo 9 Delta, November Charlie, 5 and 7, 57, over. Okay, Whiskey Bravo 9 Delta, Lima Charlie, 5 7, 57, over. Thank you, Mike to the 59 Indiana. You're booking in flight at 7 Island. And if you need a card, Mike, information on qrjet.com. Many thanks. 7-3. Whiskey Bravo 0. Tango Echo Tango uniform, please. Bravo Tango uniform. Okay, Whiskey Tango uniform. 5 and 652. Okay, Whiskey Kilo 8 Bravo Tango uniform. Thank you for the 5 and 9. You're 5 and 6 safely united. Many thanks, 7-3. Okay, Kilo Charlie 9, please. Kilo Charlie 9. QSL 55, I'm missing the last at the Kilo Charlie 9 Kilo uniform something. You're also 5 and 5. Repeat the last alpha, please, over. Okay, hotel, Kilo Charlie 9 Kilo uniform hotel. Thanks for the call, 5 and 5. Sydney, please, and thanks for the call, over. This is Sulu, the Alpha Kilo Foxtrot Tango. November Golf, please. November Golf. November 2, India, November Golf, 5 55. Go. Thank you, it's for the 59 New York and a pleasant afternoon, 73. Zulu, the Alpha Kilo Foxtrot Tango. Whiskey Bravo 0, Tango Echo Victoria. Victoria. Whiskey Bravo 0, Tango Echo Victoria. Okay, Whiskey Bravo 0, Tango Echo Victor, 5 and 6, 56. Roger, you're 5 and 8. You're here in Texas, name's Victor. Cheers, have a good day, Victor, and thanks for the call, and hope to catch a day soon. Zulu, the Alpha Kilo Foxtrot Tango. Kilo Yankee, Indy United, please. Indy United. Whiskey Alpha 2, Queen Alpha United, 5 and 6, 56, over. Okay, I missed the call. Someone missed my signal report. Someone called on the top of it. Could you repeat the signal report, please, over? US 58. Thank you for the call. And it's an afternoon, 73. Kilo 6, Kilo Yankee, Papa 5, Kilo Echo. Good afternoon, good to see you, my friend. 56, 5 and 6, over. Thank you, Ron, for the 5 and 9. Have a great afternoon, 73. Zulu, the Alpha Kilo Foxtrot Tango. Kilo Yankee, Kilo 4 Alpha. Thank you for the call. You're about 56, 56 and 9. It's 5 and 6, over. Yeah, thank you, Terry, for the 5 and 9. It's got you peeking in on also. I think when you first called, you were down in the Queen Sugar like that. You're up to 9 also, Terry. Many thanks, 7-3. Kilo 6, Kilo Yankee. 5 and 6, over. Many thanks. The present afternoon, 73. Indy Charlie Tango, please. Whiskey 2, Charlie Tango, 5 and 5, 55, over. Yeah. QSL Whiskey 7, Charlie Tango, QSL 55, you're about to do the Alpha Kilo Foxtrot Tango, 5 and 5, also, over. Yeah, thanks on man 73, Zulu, the Alpha 7, Foxtrot Tango. With the Alpha 3, Yankee X-ray, good afternoon, you're 5 and 9, 59, over. The VA3YF228, plenty of you put solid 5 and 9, name is Peter, Papa, Echo, Tango, Echo, Romeo, on 79. Thank you, MVP, though. Bye-bye, Ray. Zulu, the Alpha Sheriff, Tango. There is a player kilowatt 9, kilo 9 station. Kilo 9 Romeo something, I missed the call, 55. Kilo 9 Romeo question mark, go ahead.
Pavlos, this is an amateur radio station on 10-meter band, 28490 USB. This is an amateur station in St. Helena Island, South Atlantic Ocean, making contacts. I'm located in Montreal, Canada, and I'm receiving quite well here. And so I'm staying a little bit on the frequency. I like to hear these rare stations from areas we don't usually hear. So this is a great one for St. Helena.
Sugar Mexico, Andy Sugar, my please. Whiskey taken to Oscar Sierra Mike, 757, over. USL 57 and a person operator 73, Alpha 7, Foxtrot Tango. Echo Mike United, please. Echo Mike United. You're 5 and 9 at the Florida. USL Whiskey Alpha 4, Echo Mike United. Thank you both for the 5 and 9. You're 57, over. You're 57, Roger. QSL 5 and 7, thanks, Echo 73. Zulu Delta 7, Tango. Whiskey Yankee 4. The Whiskey 5, please, Whiskey 5. Okay, Whiskey Sierra 5. Whiskey Sierra 5. QSL, Whiskey Sierra 5, hotel, punch for 5 and 9, you want a 5 and 6, 56, over. Thanks, my friend, 73, Zulu Delta 7, Foxtrot Tango. Do we have a kilo 8, please? A kilo 8. Kilo Delta, Delta Queen Tango Mobile, Roger. Kilo Delta 57, you're 5 and 4, 54, over. The Zulu Delta 7, Foxtrot Tango. Zulu Delta 7, Foxtrot Tango, over. The Zulu Delta 7, Foxtrot Tango, Roger. Okay, man, many thanks. I'm on put a strong carrier on the frequency. Many thanks to person off the note, 73. Whiskey Alpha 8, do we have a Whiskey Alpha 8, please? The Whiskey Alpha 8 only, Whiskey Alpha 8, please, try again. Okay, Whiskey Alpha 8, Whiskey, flying up 6, 56, over. QSL 55, people on up 15, thank you for 55, you're 56. Many thanks, that person off 10, 73. Whiskey Yankee 40, ending India, station ending India. Whiskey 9 India Kilo 57, 5 and 7, over. Whiskey 9 India Kilo 57, Roger. Kilo 57, many thanks, 73. Zulu Delta 7, Foxtrot Tango. Whiskey Yankee 4. This is Japan, please. This is Japan. Kilo Alpha 8, India, with the Japan, 5 and 7, 57, over. Kilo Alpha 8, India, with Japan, 5 and 7, Roger.
I never understand that people tuning themselves on the frequency where there's activity. How come you don't go a few kilohertz, on each side, do it, and then come back? This is always something that baffles me.
Thank you for the call and patient option of this is Zulu Delta 7 Foxtrot Tango. Yankee 3, Papa Yankee 3. Whiskey Alpha 7, Papa Yankee 3, please. Papa Yankee 3. Do we have a Papa Yankee 3 station, please? The Papa Yankee 3. Yeah, Papa Yankee 3. Okay, go ahead. Well, I think Zulu Delta 7 Foxtrot Tango. November Yankee. Thank you for the call. 5 and 6. With the episode of Yankee. 5 and 6, really? You 56. Have the QSL information on QR sets upcome anytime 73 Zulu Delta 7 Tango. November 7 X-ray Bravo. Good afternoon. You're 5 and 8, $58. November 7 X-ray radio 5 and 9 o'clock. That's it. Okay, then November 7 X-ray Romeo. You're Delta 10 over. You're 5 to solid 5 and 8. Anytime 73. Tango United, please. Yeah, Kilowatt Tango 5 United, KT5 here. Kilo Tango 5 United, 5 and 9, solid 5 and 9, over. Yeah, 2 or 5 9 here in Texas. Thank you very much.
Yeah, 10 meters has been open for the past few weeks quite extensively. I've heard stations almost every day, and lots of Europeans here in my local day around, I'd say from 10 in the morning and up to later. It's really, really interesting. Been having a lot of activity on Europeans, and heard a few Russians. It's really nice. 10-meter band is a great band when it's open. It's just incredible, and with modest antenna and power, you really can make it through halfway around the world. Yeah, JT65 is interesting. I've heard a few stations the other day on JT65. I sometimes like, when I'm working on something, I put my laptop and put it on 20-meter band or 15-meter band on JT65, and I just let it decode what it's receiving. And from time to time, I take a peek and I see all these stations, and it's one of those really interesting modes. I should actually do a little live hangout and tune different modes live. I think that would be cool. I've not done that yet. Maybe do a special hangout only on digital modes. That I was thinking of doing maybe in the next live hangouts that I'm going to do a hangout where we're going to have a special on decoding digital signals of all sorts, amateur stations, JT65, radio teletype, BPSK31, any types of signals, HF, weather facts, and so on. I think that could be really nice to do on the live hangout, and maybe I'd probably do it at a time when we hear the Voice of America radiograms that are broadcast on MFSK32, and so that would be really, really cool.
November 5, November Austria Uniform Show 5. Kilo 9 again. Kilo 9, Kilo Alpha 27, 57. You guys have a good one. November, Austria, North Show 5. Bravo, please. Lima, Tango Bravo. Lima, Echo Bravo. Whiskey 7, Lima, Echo Bravo. Over. Whiskey 7, Lima, Echo Bravo. Flight in 858. Over. Also 58 in Salt Lake City. Use a night signal. Over. Here's 58. All the way down to the minute. 73. 70. November 5, November, Austria, Uniform, Show 5. Any cross station, any cross. November 5, November, Austria, Uniform, Show 5. Yankee 2, 3, to Papa Yankee 2. Papa Yankee 2, Echo Lima, 5 and 858, over. We got about 9 many times. Do the Delta Show. What's that thing is? Hopefully, it's not at the hotel. We do it now. We do it now. It's all meetings together. We'll see out the 4 station. Okay, Indian Charlie. Station Indian Charlie. That's all. So, number 1, don't do this. We got 5 and 8. Thank you for 5 and 5 and 8, over. November 5, November, Austria, Uniform, Show 5. November 5, November, Austria, Uniform, Show 5.
It's fading slowly off my the reception. It's a little weaker now than it was earlier. I'm looking at the map, the day-night live map on the web, where you see where it's dark, and actually St. Helena's is in the darkness now. So as the darkness progresses over St. Helena, we're slowly going to lose them, as 10 meters is not going to propagate during the nighttime, the evening. So we're slowly getting weaker and weaker now.
Whiskey Mike. November 5, November, Austria, Uniform, Show 5. Whiskey Mike. Whiskey Mike. November 5, November, Austria, Uniform, Show 5. Whiskey Mike. Please. Echo Delta Lima 1, Echo Juliet Delta, Juliet 5 and 9 and 6, 56, Whiskey Mike. November 5, November, Austria, Uniform, Show 5. Okay, make Japan. Did you like Japan, please? Yeah, we'll trade out with Japan. Okay, thank you for the call. About a 5 and 7, 57, over. You're good, 5, 9, thank you. Again, have a good night, 73. Lulu Delta Show, Foxtrot Tango. November 5, November, Austria, Uniform, Show 5. Okay, Tango Fox Hotel Station. Tango Fox Hotel, please. Whiskey Good night, Tango Trucking Challenge. 57 discussions, you're 5 and 60 to 69 and 5 and 6, over. Thanks for the call, 73, Zulu Delta 7, Foxtrot Tango. November 5, November Oscar Uniform, stroke 5. Alpha Bravo 4, Whiskey Mike. Bravo, Bravo, please. Station Bravo, Bravo in the call. Alpha Bravo 4, Whiskey Mike. Okay, Zulu Bravo, ending Zulu Bravo. QSL 115, Lima, Zulu Bravo. Thank you for the 5 and 90, but a 5 and 7, 57, over. Thanks for the call. Our person off the nerve. Good. The Zulu Delta 7, Foxtrot Tango. Alpha Bravo 4, Whiskey Mike. Okay, Kilo Bravo 8, Sugar Mike Delta 5 and 6, 56, over. QSL 57, 73, Zulu Delta 7, Foxtrot Tango. Whiskey Mike. Indy United, please. Indy United. Alpha Bravo 4, Whiskey Mike. Indy United, please. Indy United. Ending United, my friend. Ending United. The station Ending United. Nothing is. Okay, Lima United. Give me a call later. Lima United. Okay. So Lima United. Cheers for London United 7 Delta Papa. QSL 59, you're 56, minus 6, early. Send them in information on qrtip.com. 73, Zulu Delta 7 India. This is Echo 3, Romeo Zulu, 5 and 8, 58, over. QSL 5 and 9, 73, many times. Zulu Delta 7, Foxtrot Tango. Kilowatt 5, Uniform Sierra, India. Kilo 5, Uniform Sierra, India. Solid 5 and 9, 59, over.
Roger, 5-9 in Mississippi, thank you.
QSL 59, Mississippi, 73, Zulu Delta 7, Foxtrot Tango.
Yes, Ethan, 10 meter is really fantastic, and it's been quite good in the past few weeks. And now with the solar flux reaching 180 and maybe even higher today, when we get the new indices at 21 UT, I think it's just going to be great for the next few days. I mean, signals are booming in, and it's really nice to see great stations, especially like this one, Zulu Delta 7 Fox Tango from St. Helena Island, South Atlantic Ocean. These are difficult catches. These are the ones you don't hear often.
And thank you for the call. I'm present afternoon, 73. Ending Bravo Lima, please. Ending Bravo Lima. Kilo 4, Kilo Bravo Lima, 5 and 6, 56, over. QSL 59, Georgia, many times. Zulu Delta 7, Foxtrot Tango. Whiskey Alpha 7, please. Do we have a Whiskey Alpha 7? Whiskey Alpha 7, Hotel Queen Delta 5 and 6, 56, over. QSL 59, Utah, many times, 73. Zulu Delta 7, November 5, November Oscar Uniform, stroke 5. Kilo Charlie 2, Sierra Papa, go ahead. Kilo Charlie 2, Sierra Papa, Kilo Charlie 59, 55, 5 and 5, go ahead. 5 and 9, and the present afternoon, 73, Zulu Delta 7, Foxtrot Tango. uniform, show 5. Uniform, show something. Zulu Delta 7, Foxtrot Tango. Bravo 4, Whiskey Mike. Okay, Indy Radio Bravo, please. Radio Bravo. QSL, always here, Romeo Bravo. QSL 59, it's 4. Please, I'm at 73, Zulu Delta 7, Foxtrot Tango. Alpha 0, Delta Whiskey. Charlie Mike, please. Indy Charlie Mike. Whiskey Bravo 2 Charlie Mike, Rider 656, over. QSL 59 on Rider New York, 73, Zulu Delta 7, Foxtrot Tango. Alpha Bravo 4, Alpha 0, Delta Whiskey. Whiskey 92 to Charlie Lima, Rider 757, over. QSL 57, 73, Zulu Delta 7, Foxtrot Tango. Whiskey Bravo 3, November 5, November Oscar, show 5. 15 over 9, about 15 over 9. You're exactly right here, attacker, right here. Good to work you on that. Take my mark. Okay, Jim, thanks for the report, and we'll see you again in band. Have a good night, my friends, this week. Whiskey Bravo 2, Lima, right now. November 5, November Oscar, uniform, show 5. I couldn't hear it. Delta Echo Lima, 5 and 7, 57, over. Yankee, 57, over. QSL 59, and an elevator on to the anytime, 73. Whiskey Bravo 2, Yankee 4, India. Whiskey Bravo 2, Yankee Alpha. Whiskey Bravo 2, Lima, Mike Alpha. Whiskey Yankee 4, India. Whiskey Bravo 2, Whiskey Bravo 2, Lima, Mike Alpha. Lima, Mike Alpha. Whiskey Bravo 2, Lima, Mike Alpha, right there? QSL, you're 5-9 Dallas, Texas, name is John. Okay, Chuck, that's 5-9 Dallas, Texas, Whiskey Lima, Mike Alpha, 5-6. Yeah, we don't want to get it. Good luck with the X, my friend. Whiskey Yankee 4, India. Whiskey Alpha, Whiskey Yankee 4, India. She was up in the 5 and 9, the deputy came up 4-9 and strong. He went down the 5 and 9. That's right. The green down to the next blue. Alpha 0. Whiskey Yankee 4, India. Yankee 6, Sierra, Whiskey. Whiskey Yankee 4, India. 4, India. Someone's tuning. Whiskey Yankee 4, India. Bravo Delta. Uniform, show 5.
Thank you very much, Peter. It's November 7, Bravo Delta. Name is Don, Delta Oscar November, Southwest Kona, Missouri. Beautiful 5-9 signal. We worked before, and I appreciate you picking me up.
Yeah, it's Don. Always said Bravo Delta. There's also 5-9.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much. You've got them stacked up. Have fun.
Thank you, Don. November 5, November Oscar, uniform, show 5. Alpha 0, Delta.
Whiskey Yankee 4, India. Yankee.
Nice to hear that St. Helena station. It's 20:06. I'm going to tune a little bit the bands here. And, he's getting weaker and weaker now, so we're probably lose him in the next 15-20 minutes. St. Helena is into darkness now, so 10 meters is not going to propagate that well. I'm going to go tune the 31 meter band, maybe. Well, let's start at 7 megahertz here and see what we can hear as the stations broadcast and amateur. So this 40 meter amateur radio band.
Looking for an excuse. Well, it was because of such and such. There is not a cause and then an effect. There is an effect and then a reported cause, an effect and then a pretext for what we
This WBCQ.
Cause and be sure that it's not just manipulation. It's hard to do.
CHU Canada time signal in Ottawa. That's about 100 kilometers away from me. This is a weather facts, and I think that's a great idea that I had about one of the official hangouts that I'll be doing will be on digital modes, and I'll be decoding live all sorts of signals and showing the software, and really, you know, it's going to be an all digital mode program.
Mira, cuando he hecho un milagro en estas vidas, cuando se ha manifestado sanándonos, evidentemente está himself healing us.
This is WINB.
En todo, está glorificando su nombre. His name is being glorified. His name is being glorified. And so, you know, but my point is, people that understood that I was doing this thing, and they were interested in what the
WWCR in Nashville, Tennessee.
Where you can actually see individual blood cells.
The witness of God. You don't do it to your own understanding. And
Overcomer Ministry on WWRB.
God, you believe that God, and then all of this.
This is a great signal from Greece. Greece usually puts up a great signal here into North America on 9420. Voice of Vietnam. WTWW. Saudi Arabia. Well, you know, Ethan, I think of the same thing as you. I mean, that you have beliefs and religious programs is fine, but I wish there would be, you know, in between those programs, at least entertaining stuff that we could also listen to, and not just, you know, 24-hour religious sermons. And one example of that was, I think, one of the best mix that we can have is HCJB back in the 80s. Yeah, they were religious. They had religious programs and things devoted only to that. But they also had many programs that were other types of programs. And, you know, they'd have their little 2-3 minute bit on about God and Jesus. And then they'd go back to a regular program. I thought that mix was actually interesting. Yes, their primary idea was religion, but at least there was something else. Radio Marti. This is, I believe, Voice of Turkey, if I'm not mistaken, in French right now. So this is Voice of Turkey French programming with usual Turkish pop. Ethan, I'm using a 50-foot wire in the backyard. It's in a north-south orientation right now. It's about 50 feet long, and I'd like to actually extend it a little more. I'm looking at something that I might use and kind of put it up to 100 feet in a north-south direction if I could. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do it, but I want to try. So that's what I'm using. It's really a simple wire, about 50 feet long. Goes into my neighbor's tree. That's pretty much it. So that explains also a lot of noise that I have.
Topics and teachers and certain things.
This is the Overcomer Ministry from WRMI. 11580 at 2330 as Radio Ukraine International broadcast from Okeechobee, Florida, the WRMI transmitters, which is really nice to have them back on the bands. And
Then he just changed himself. Well, if I am what I think I am, because I am nothing. I am nothing.
okay, it's interesting. LNR Precision EF SWL.
He began to
Check that on the web.
try to figure out what in the world is going on with me. Because he was being battered by Satan on every side. I don't think you people have any conception at all. The fight in the back that I've been in the last year and a half, 2 years, and especially since this last feast day started to come around this year. I've seen it come out of the woodwork, something everywhere, and everyone challenging the everyone, because they want to be when God has ordained the prophet to be. And so they come, I'm a prophet just like you, and I want to replace me. How you gonna say you do that?
Okay, nice little antenna there from what I see. Pretty much looks nice. Yeah, I know I should try a loop. I've been thinking about that. I've been checking, already made loops on eBay, and I've got a few antennas that I'm interested in. One in particular that's about $200, and it's really made for shortwave. And I'm really looking into adding a loop to the antennas I have. I think that could be a really nice. Another idea that I have would be to build the one from what's this the guy shortwave magnetic loop from from KR1ST. If you go to the KR1ST.com website /SWL loop, you'll see that it has a magnetic loop antenna for shortwave that you can build yourself, and it looks really interesting actually. So that is something that could be nice, easy to build, and I could build mine. So hey, Mr. Coolaham Radio, thanks for the jingles. Really nice to see to have these jingles. They are great. Thank you so much. Really enjoy. Our friend here at Cool AM Radio made 2 jingles for my hangouts, and so I'll be using those, that's for sure. Really, really nice jingles here. Event 670 is All India Radio. Hey, Mr. David from Barcelona. Okay, you took for that loop that you got 300 foot of wire. You just, is it all made? Did you just make it yourself? You took 300 feet of wire and put it into a giant loop or somehow? Is it something that you made yourself? And what do you think of the performance it gives you? You know what? I had an idea once of trying out something like that, taking some really thin wire and doing like 300, 400 foot of in a big, like 1 meter diameter loop, and see what it does in performance, just by curiosity. That could be something also to try out. Was it that one that you have 300 feet on it, KC9? Some music here from India. This is Cuban French.
The reason I just said, and that reason alone.
Caribbean Beacon from Anguilla Island.
Cada discriminação de gênero no setor. A mulher cubana ganhou o
Radio Havana, Cuba. Radio Martí.
En principio usted. El crecimiento de la población familiar. One patient. The quality must be a turning point in the treatment of collapses. What is the concept? And each one of these sections involve tentative, warming, momentous, the man walking on the moon. Marius Papadopoulos is a professor of neurosurgery and head of the neuroscience research center at the University of London. This is a research finding is potentially that's important. It's a very big deal. It's all accepting that
BBC from Ascension Islands. Yes, Andre. Cool to see you from the Netherlands. Really nice. Oh, it's really good. You done a great job, and I thank you so much for the jingles. Okay, oh, that's interesting. I'm gonna check that. And did you do it like is specs with the little tuning capacitor that is took out of AM radio? Now, I imagine the bigger the loop, the better it is for even lower frequencies. You know, it's like these little ferret rods in the AM radios. They have like hundreds and hundreds of turns of little thin wire. And they actually are surprising little antennas. Really, really amazing. So you know, the loop probably is like a little bit like the same thing. It's the more turns and the bigger it is, and the best it probably performs. And since it's really directional, you can set it up so that you have the least noise possible in your reception. I really need to do something like that, and maybe try at least an experimental loop that I could build and put up and try to see what it does through the winter. And you know, when spring comes back, I'll be able to maybe rearrange it or change it or do something better. So that could be really, really cool. So hey, I'm sorry guys, I'm having a lot of fun, and now I'm short on time. I promised friends that I would go and get a few beers with him today, so I have to go, unfortunately, because we're supposed to meet at 5 p.m. local time here. It's really unfortunate because I'm having fun, and I would actually extend this for another hour or two if I have more time. So no, still coming out. For you guys that didn't hear it a little earlier, 28490 upper sideband. There's this station, Zulu Delta 7 Foxtrot Tango from St. Helena Islands. If you guys want to check it out, you still can listen to him here. Getting weaker and weaker though.
Charlie Uniform Alpha.
Hey Jacob, sorry, but the hangout's about to end. Sorry for you guys that arrived late. And I actually made a mistake on my hangout title. I said 2000 hours, and it's 1900 hours that I started. I don't know why I got mixed up here. So check it out. I'll probably do another live, you know, improvised hangout in the next few days, maybe Thursday or Friday. So I hope you guys are gonna be there. Sorry, I have to leave right now, but thanks for being there. It's nice to have this little chat with you guys at the same time as we're tuning the radio, and hope to see you. For those that don't know, don't forget the real next hangout, the official one, is going to be on Tuesday, November 4th at 1500 hours UTC. That's the next hangout. It's going to be mostly a tuning hangout, no real subjects, just chit chat like we're doing now. And there's going to be also afterwards another hangout that's going to happen a little later. So this one's the next official one, but the unannounced hangouts can happen at any time. So like I'm doing now, I've been going now for an hour and a half, so it's not too bad. I've had one of the DGen antennas that I've tried. I actually had I've actually ordered one from eBay and tried it, and actually did not like the performance I got out of it. So it's unfortunate. It looks like a cute little piece of equipment, but I didn't really find it interesting. So finally kind of returned it or something. So hey Jacob, greetings from Montreal, Canada. Yeah, David, there are loops that you need to tune, but I know that there are loops that you don't have to tune also. So depending on which loop, the magnetic loop on the website is a loop that is, of course, you have to have this little tuning capacitor. It's probably not. It's made more for an indoors type use. And actually, the pictures that you see on the website is that he's using that loop indoors. So it's more like an indoor type loop than an outdoor. But I think we can, you know, find some way to. I'm actually going to try that. I think if I have time this week, I'm going to go to my electronics store here and get myself a really, really long, thin piece of wire and slowly try to make some kind of a big loop. You know, maybe at least 1, maybe 2 meters in diameter, and try to do something with that. So I'm gonna check it out. So take care, guys. Sorry for having to leave right now. It was a cool hangout. Sorry, I'm gonna move the camera here. I'm gonna say a little bye-bye, a real one. So take care, guys. It's nice to see you, or at least speak with you guys on the web. And hope to see you guys soon. Don't forget next hangout. If you want to have advanced notices of my hangouts, don't forget that you can you know, go on my Twitter feed, Shortwave Radios with an S. So that's where you'll get all the details when I have live hangouts. I post on my Twitter feed. So take care. 73s.